So may isa pang paraan para malaman natin kung ang function ay walang limit base dun sa concept of two-sided limits. Ano yung two-sided limits? A limit exists if a limit of f of x as x approaches a to the right of a is equal to the limit L, and the limit of f of x as x approaches a to the left is also equal to L. Therefore, the limit exists because the limit of f of x as x approaches a therefore exists because the limit of the function f of x as x approaches a to the right is equal to the limit of f of x as x approaches a to the left, which is equal to L. So therefore, limit exists. Kailan natin masasabing limit does not exist? Kapag yung limit of f of x as x approaches a to the right is not equal to the limit of f of x as x approaches a to the left. Okay? So, therefore, masasabi natin tong limit does not exist. Okay? Kung natatandaan nyo yung ating illustrating the limits video, makikita nyo doon yung function natin f of x equals 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2. Tingnan natin kung bakit natin nasabi na yun ay nag-i-exist ang limit using these two-sided limits. Okay? Okay, pagkaralan natin yung ating previous example, sa aking previous video about illustrating the limits. At yung binigay ko yung halimbawa sa inyo ay finding the limit of 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2. Now, when we say two-sided limits, yung nabanggit ko kanina, ay we're going to investigate we're going to assign values to x to the right of 2 and to the left of 2. Okay? And let's find out kung mag-i-equal yung dalawang values ng limits natin. Okay? Maggawa tayong table of values. At the same time, by the way, this is the equivalent graph of the function 3x plus 1. Okay? Ito sa ating f of x. Ito sa ating 3x plus 1. Okay? So, sa ating table values, alamin natin kung anong nagiging value ng 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2 to the right of 2. To the right of 2. X approaches 2 to the right. Okay? So, mag-assign tayo ng values of x to the right of 2. Okay? Papalapit sa to, pero magkukuha tayo ng values more than 2 or greater than 2. Let's start with x equals 2.01. So, 2.1 muna. If x is 2.1, that will be 3 times 2.1, that will be 6.3. Okay? 6.3 plus 1, that will be 7.3. Okay? 3, and then if x is 2.01, so that will be 7.03. Okay? If x is 2.001, that will be 7.003. Okay? And then, anong papansin natin? Papansin natin, as x approaches 2 to the right, yung function natin 3x plus 1 is approaching to its limit. Okay? Ang limit na yon is approaching to 7. So, therefore, the limit of the function 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2 to the right is equal to 7. Okay. And then, try naman natin as x approaches 2 to the left. Ibig sabihin, less than 2 ang values na i-assign natin kay x. And let us investigate kung ano nangyayari dun sa ating function. Kung nag-a-approach pa siya sa certain limit. Okay. Let's say 1.9. Okay. 1.9. If x is 1.9, that is 3 times 1.9 plus 1, we have 6.7. And then if x is 1.99, we have 1.99 times 3 plus 1 is 6.97. And if x is 1.999, okay, papalapit na sa 2, 1.999 times 3 plus 1 is 6.997. 997, ayan. So, mapapansin natin, as x approaches 2 to the left, papalapit siya sa 7. So, the limit of 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2 to the left is also equal to 7. Anong conclusion natin? Papansin natin, pag papalapit siya sa 2 galing sa kanan at papalapit sa x sa 2 galing sa kaliwa, papalapit yung values niya dun sa 7. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, limit exists. Okay? Kasi equal yung limits ng ating function na 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2 to the right, as x approaches 2 to the left. Therefore, limit exists. Limit of 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2 is equal to 7. Because limit of 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2 to the right is equal to the limit of 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2 to the left. Both equal to 7. So, therefore, we can say that limit exists. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you an examples in finding if the limit exists on a given function. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 examples. So, thank you.